Express each ratio as a fraction in lowest terms. So we're given three ratios, and notice they are all written with the word 2, which is an acceptable way to write a ratio. But now we are going to change these into fractions and then reduce them. So we'll start with 47 to 1081. Our first step is to simply write it as a fraction. Now when you write it as a fraction, whichever number comes first should start in the numerator. Now when I'm looking at trying to reduce this, 47 is it's a prime number. The only thing that goes into it is 1 and 47, and therefore that's what I'm going to try. So if I divide the top and the bottom by 47, now it only works to reduce if when you divide 1081 by 47, you get an even number. I know that 47 divided by 47 is 1, but what is 1081 divided by 47? And when you plug that into your calculator, you come up with 23. Since it comes out nicely, that's our reduced fraction. If, when you plugged it in, it did not come out nicely, you would not be able to reduce that fraction. So we're kind of lucky in this case. All right, letter B. We have 169 to 1,209. Now, both of these numbers just seem really large to me. So I always start by checking 169. So if you take 1,209 and you divide it by 169, so that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to divide this by 169 and just see what I get. Well, my calculator gives me 7.15. As soon as I see that decimal, I know this doesn't work. So 169 doesn't work. Now, when I take a look at the smaller number, the 169, I recognize that that's a perfect square, right? This is 13 divided by 13. So since 169 didn't work, I'm going to try 13. So if I take 1209 and divide that by 13, I get 93. So that comes out nicely. And 169 divided by 13 is just 13. So we've broken it down once, and then you can try, does anything else go into both of these? Well, 13 is prime, and 93 divided by 13 is 7.15. So there's no way to break it down again, and our simplified fraction is simply 13 over 93. In our last one, we have 156 over 1,313. This one's a little bit more difficult. When you look at 156, it's even. Well, the bottom's number not even. That doesn't work. The top number is divisible by 3, but the bottom one isn't. So it's that if this is going to work, it has to be an odd number, because no even number is going to end up with a 3. So you really just need to try some odd numbers. And you can try 7, doesn't work. 9 doesn't work. 11 doesn't work. 13, well, let's try 13. And that's really kind of the process you need to go through, is just try them. Plug them in your calculator and try them. And it has to work for both of them. So when I take 13, 156 divided by 13 is 12. If I take 13 and divide it by 13, I get 101. And there's our answer. When you're looking at this, you know that, again, this has an odd number, so anything that would go into it has to be odd. So the only odd number that goes into 12 is 3. Well, besides 1, but that doesn't really count. And 3 does not go into 101, so this is lowest terms.